All right, let's bring in John Barry. He'll be covering the Eastern Conference Finals for ESPN Radio. John joins us now. John, we were trying to figure this out. You've got Curry, you've got Westbrook and Durant, so three of the top, 5, 6 players in the world. Now, where do Draymond Green and Klay Thompson fit in there? How many players, great players, are in this series? Let's say top 10 players.
I would just say the three of those are in the top 10.
Draymond Green is not?
I don't believe he's in the top 10 players, no.
Klay Thompson's not either?
No. He's 12 to 17.
And where's Draymond Green? Is he top 20 player in the NBA?
Right. Yeah, right in there, too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. This is the matchup I think most... Yeah, go ahead.
Well, so when we sit around and we say the best of the best, the guy that can win a game for me every single night, a franchise player, we usually come up, and this is my guys that I work with, a dozen. Do you think there's more than a dozen?
That you can say that guy can win a game all by himself?
Exactly. Every night I know that he can win a game.
All right, so let's go Curry, LeBron, Westbrook, Durant.
Mm-hmm.
Is Carmelo in there?
No.
Okay. Who else?
They don't win any games. How many games the Knicks won in the last 8 years?
All right. Who else do you have in there? Is Blake Griffin or Chris Paul?
Yes.
Both?
Yes, both.
Okay.
Yeah. Paul George.
Paul George. Okay.
You all right with that?
I like Paul George an awful lot. Is James Harden on that list?
Yes, you have to put him in there. Kawhi Leonard is in there.
I don't think he can win a game all by himself.
Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
Maybe in that system I don't see him doing it. I think he's talented enough, but the other guys are allowed to have a little more free reign.
Okay.
Let's see. Anybody else?
Do you put Kyrie Irving in there?
Yeah, 9 or 10 maybe. Some days I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah. But LeBron's not going to let Kyrie Irving take over a game and win a game, even though he's capable of doing it.
No, the only time he did was when LeBron didn't play.
Yeah.
Remember, he had 57 against San Antonio or something like that.
All right, we also had this discussion. What was LeBron James really saying about Steph Curry winning the MVP? Was it LeBron being passive-aggressive, saying he's the player of the year, but when it comes to valuable, then it's a different conversation? So what's LeBron really saying there?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Like the type of year that he had, the numbers that he put up, the historic wins for the team, he deserves that. But most valuable to his team, LeBron was saying that I'm the most valuable guy to my team.
He's the king of passive-aggressive, right? There's nobody better at being passive-aggressive than LeBron, right?
Yeah, I love the stuff he just floats out there that we can all just twist in the wind and wonder what he's meaning. I mean, getting on his kids through Twitter, that's awesome.
He's John Barry, the Mothership. He'll be calling the Eastern Conference Finals for ESPN Radio. I know people wanted to see the Miami Heat with Dwayne Wade going against LeBron. What kind of shot do you give Toronto against Cleveland?
Not much, and I wouldn't give Miami Heat very much either. I think Cleveland is clear-cut above, better than anybody in the East. Toronto put themselves record-wise, distanced themselves from the rest of that Eastern Conference. But I think 2 through 8, all those teams were very, very similar. And I don't know what the status of Valanciunas is, but if it's just Biyombo trying to deal with Cleveland and Tristan Thompson, a guy that, not a lot of people talk about when they talk about Cleveland, he could be a real problem for them on the interior offensive rebounding. I can't see it. The way Cleveland's played, the way they're shooting the basketball, there's a different focus that I saw when I did a few of the Atlanta-Cleveland games. LeBron's focus, it's a little different look that I saw last year. A lot more confident look in his group around him, obviously, with Kevin Love and Irving being healthy. But it's a different team, and I think I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a sweep, but you know, normally you say 5, you give the home team a game in game 3.
Mm-hmm. We were also talking about the baseball fight yesterday, and you know, normally in baseball fights there's a lot of pushing and shoving and yelling, but you actually had a punch landed. Were you ever involved?
That was fantastic.
Were you ever involved in anything like that in basketball?
Fights, but not. Yeah, I mean, do they ever put it on the button? I mean, everybody always misses. What Shaq went after Kobe, Amir after Barkley, and that wasn't even close. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a couple that guys try to hit, but man, that was just that guy's Odor or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I mean, to put it right on the button, that was fantastic. It was really fun to watch.
How many games do you think he'll get?
She get, I don't know, 5.
But if this was NBA, I mean, Melo got how many, Paulie, did he get?
In 2006, he got 15 games for a punch.
Did it land?
Yeah, but not as hard as that.
I'm going to guess if he got 15. I mean, if you swing and
it doesn't even matter if it lands. In the rules, it doesn't matter if it lands. A punch is a punch in the NBA.
Oh, okay. Man.
But yeah, no. I mean, think about with what McHale did to Rambis. How long would McHale have been gone in today's day and age?
Well, I think he didn't get a technical for that either. I think that was called a playoff foul back then.
Play on.
I love that. It's just a playoff foul. He would be down for 10 games probably now, right?
Oh yeah, at least. And then Parrish Parrish took out Lambeer. Remember, he just slugged him 3 or 4 times on the way down.
Yeah.
And I believe Jess Kersey was the official, and he just looked at him and said, "Get up, Bill. Play on."
The way Duncan went out, does that lead you to believe that he won't be back?
Yeah, I did that game as well. And right before the fourth quarter, he wasn't one of the 5 on the floor. He came up and said something to Greg Popovich and walked in the game, and Danny Green came out, and he played the whole fourth quarter. I think he probably said, look, I want to go out on the floor. I'm on the floor. Don't even take me out. He didn't take him out at the end. I thought for sure with 10 seconds or something, you take him out of the game, you hug him or something. And he finished on the floor. And I think that was telling.
Boy, that's great insight. And then Popovich does say something to him, so that's the only part of it that I thought, wow, Pop may have said, hey, thank you, or whatever in his own way, but to do that with Duncan at that moment led me to believe there was a little bit more to it.
Yeah, I think there's no question, and I think maybe he asked, "Don't take me out. I don't want the fanfare." Obviously, that's been him for 19 years, whatever it is, and didn't want to come out and have everybody clap for him, and he just wanted to be on the floor. He's Jack Nicklaus, not Arnold Palmer. Final
30 seconds. Who advances with Oklahoma City and Golden State? Since you already said Cleveland's going to win, maybe 5 at the most.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great series. OKC's gave them some fits during the regular season. Now this big lineup of Cantor and Adams can really cause problems. Don't go small if you're OKC.
Yeah.
Be who you are. Don't do that. The Warriors are the best at it. So the big lineup can really cause them problems. I think in the end I have to take the Warriors. I still cringe at the OKC, in tight games at the end of the games. They're going to make the right decisions. So I'll say the Warriors, but I think this is certainly a 6 or 7 game series.
Oh, it's great to talk to you, Johnny. Thank you. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, Dan.
All right. That's John Barry.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.